We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. He finds an opening past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
First carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
All right, here we go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. A gain of 3, second down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Green 39! Green 39!
On second down, Rosen. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And his first pass is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
13! 13! 12! 12! 12!
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he goes out right around the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Here's Murray, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll toss it to Breida. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Complete to the right. This is Garcon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're On the move here, they've got it 1st and 10. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
21. Yes!
They run with Breida. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Here we go with Johnson, going absolutely nowhere. losing a yard or two. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Breida. And some space here. 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gold now out to kick it away. With it on the return is Logan. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play. A first down carry here for Johnson. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.